I'm home right now. So I might as well do it, right? It's spring cleaning. Are we officially in spring? I don't know. I think we are, right? No? I don't know. Yeah, I think we are. Hey, good morning. How are you? I hope everyone is good. I am in cruise. I'm just feeling it today. I'm just feeling like I just want to be a little more relaxed, a little more feel like I'm on vacation, but I'm not on vacation. But I put my clothes on, I put little makeup on, very little makeup on. And so if you haven't seen my last video, I've actually been working on my kitchen, kind of cleaning it, deep cleaning it, and organizing all the drawers in the pantry and everything. And I don't spend a lot of money on this stuff. And this all came about because my friend and I were going back and forth talking about closet organization. And I realized that I had a crap load of stuff in my closet that I had planned for my kitchen. And bathrooms and stuff like that, but mainly it's for my kitchen to start organizing it. And it's when we first moved in here, and I'm just like, I gotta get organized. So I'm going to continue working on that today, off and on. And so that's my only journey within the house. I always said, like, on my vision board, I look at my vision board up here and it's like it's got adventures on there. Well, this has been an adventure, let me tell you. And so my adventure today is going to be cruising into the kitchen and continuing I can't even use an analogy on this one, because it's basically just getting it organized and cleaning up the cabinets and just taking care of things. This morning, it's already 11:30, and I haven't even had breakfast. So I'm gonna have breakfast and then, or lunch, or whatever you want to call it. I've already done some work, and I got my video up earlier this morning. I've been up since like 5 or so, and obviously got ready, got myself in the shower and stuff. But that was been about it. I'm gonna be texting my daughter something. She sent me a like this mathematical problem, and which is a correct answer, and she's going, everybody online is saying it has 2 answers, and I'm just like, that doesn't have 2 answers, one answer. You can only have 1 correct answer. Everybody's saying it has 2 correct answers. I'm like, no, it has 1 correct answer. So it's a mathematical problem. So anyway, and I was pretty good in math, so if I remember correctly, I'm right. I could be wrong. I don't know. There's new math out there. I could be totally wrong with this, but I think I'm right. The other thing is that I'll take a picture of it, but I'm sure other people got this too. So of course my Norwegian cruise was canceled, and so it says I got a letter from Norwegian, and it's not personalized, so I'm sure these are kind of blanket going out to all their valued guests. And it says as a reminder to use my future cruise credit, which I have. And then you can get an additional 20% discount for a limited time on any sailing between July 1, 2020 and December 31st, 2022. When you reserve and use your future cruise credit by April 14, 2020. And for continued loyalty, we're extending our richest offer, Norwegian's free for all, to be used in combination with your future cruise credit. Also, free for all cruise and staterooms up to a $3,100 value. So they get the open bar, specialty dining, excursions, Wi-Fi, kids, free, plus $200 free onboard credit. Well, I think that's a deal. And so I'm going to be calling somebody. Look out for this one. So by April 14th, I need to make a decision on which cruise we will be doing with Norwegian. And I've been like a little bit iffy going back and forth, like when I want to book my next cruise. But if I'm using the future cruise credit, I'm thinking I could do this one a little bit later. And so I'm pushing this one, and I'm not sure what I'm going to I'm thinking I'm gonna do, I mean, this has $200 cruise onboard credit, so I'm kind of leaning towards booking an Alaska cruise. But I told my husband that the next one that he would go on would be on Norwegian, and I believe his vacation would be earlier in the year before Alaska. So we shall see. We shall see. So all right, gonna get started. Oh, I'm gonna eat breakfast.
I was falling through the air. No one let myself to hold my hand. Standing in the shadows of where we have been. Sleeping with your back facing me. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make. And I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one.
So this is the salsa my husband makes. Oh my gosh, it is so flippin' hot. Show you what I do. I put a little in this bowl, and then I add other salsa to it.
Two places all at once. Was that what we said would come undone? Feels like our minds have been turned off. Haven't seen each other for so long. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make. And I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one.
That took a little while, a couple hours, to do all that, which I feel like super accomplished, but just like bending over and stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you. So we bought this from a Sears outlet here in our town, and it has a few little dings. It's not totally perfect, but what we really did like was the fact that all of these shelves are glass. I don't know how well that works with me sometimes. And the organizational areas. So we just love this. I knew immediately that this was going to be my egg drawer, since if you don't know already, I love eggs. I also knew like that would be his drawer. This would be my drawer. This is kind of like my half of the fridge. This is his half of the fridge. Although sometimes my stuff creeps over here. So this is how we usually divide stuff up. And yeah, that does get a little high for me sometimes to be able to reach, but I have kind of the higher, bigger ones. I could probably drop that shelf down one more, which I may do. And then I keep all my yogurts and some fruits and stuff like that. My daughter gave me those berries, which I'm going to be working on hopefully later today. But I had this little basket, so I thought, oh, that'll look cute in there to hold all my berries. And then I have a few more yogurts in here. I love applesauce, so I like to have them cold, so I'll keep them in here. I have our dry yeast for making bread, and then my husband has his butter in here. No, the butter's not on that side. We just got in the habit of putting it on this side. So, and then I just basically rearranged. Just did have like ketchup and stuff over here, but I'm like, these things kind of, to me, go together, except I couldn't put the other jelly on here. It didn't fit. So we have one that has all our drinks. I have my egg whites, which some of this was mixed up like this. was up here. So anyway, I switched it to the lower one. And then I put my egg whites, salad dressing. We put our sour cream, because sour cream was just kind of thrown up in here. And I'd constantly like have to reach for it. So anyway, now it's here. And yes, we put a lot of sour cream and broth and dressings. And then the ketchup is back there. We don't use ketchup a lot. So, and then of course my egg whites. We finally found some, which I was so excited. And then I just put like regular like condiment type things. We have like minced garlic, which we hardly ever use this because my husband likes fresh. And then I have the cherries. Oops, using the middle finger. And then I have pesto. Oh, love making like a breakfast sandwich with this. Anyway, I'll explain that another day. And then the salsa that I have to add to my husband's salsa. Barbecue sauce, vanilla. This is vanilla that I got from Mexico. So if anybody goes down and gets vanilla, here it is. This is the vanilla from Mexico, from the cruise. So that's about it for that. And then this is what I love about this is I love these drawers. These drawers are like a godsend. This is what I loved about this one. So my husband's cheese, more of his butter back there, and his breakfast sandwiches, burritos, whatever. And then I have just a little bit of, so this is like the meat drawer, some dairy. Then I have a little bit of turkey stuff. And then I brought this out because I'm going to make some chili beans. And I usually use chorizo to make chili beans. And then this is kind of the dairy side. So we have them all. Anyway, you can see what it is in here. So that's how you do it. But I love the dividers. I love being able to put my little baskets in there. It's just super nice and clean to be able to do this. So yeah, so that's that. And then I like the fact the freezer is here on the bottom. We do have a very large freezer outside as well, like an upright. And so we have most of our meat and stuff is out there. But in here I keep like kind of like my dailies. So like my steamed broccoli and some of these veggie kind of, this is kind of like how I do a pasta, so these veggie spirals. And then the fruit bars. I have sausage, other sausage for when the grandkids come, but they actually have started, well, not started, but they really love my turkey sausage. So when I tell them, do you want turkey sausage? They get all excited. And then my husband's burritos over there. And then our spiral french fries. And then we have a couple frozen bags here of meat, so not very much. And then one of my healthy choice. Those are like the things I was taking for work and stuff, so. All right, so my daughter brought these. Oh my God, I haven't made them yet, but I'm super excited about this. Oh. And then this is all my ice cream. Yes, I know it's a lot, but they're small, okay? They're small. Oh, and yes, there is an ice cream down there. So I don't know if I need to get rid of that. It may be like old now because I think I bought that one time when the grandkids came over. And then, so here's the rest of my husband's little loose things. Ice tray. Frozen apple juice. We don't drink a lot of juice in this house. But when the grandkids come over, they like stuff. So I like to just keep the frozen juice here ready to go. We have the frozen packs for in the summer. My husband's lunch bags. And then there's a little bit of waffles here. That's kind of what's left over from a box. I have another one out in the freezer for when the grandkids come. And then sometimes I like them. It's kind of weird, but sometimes I like them and put berries and or peanut butter on them. So anyway, that's it. I know it seemed like a lot, but I like how it's just like it has all these compartments. And this basically, it's like it says in pizza, you're supposed to be able to put your pizza boxes here. We put our pizza boxes outside because we don't really eat that. And, but we use it for other stuff. So obviously if I have a big box of something, I could put it in here. Or when the grandkids come, we obviously get pizza. So, but we usually go to a different place. Okay, so let me tell you where I'm at. So I printed some labels earlier today for my pantry items. So mostly so some of the flour and stuff, but I went ahead and marked everything, because you mark a couple things, you gotta mark it all. It just looks weird. And I had purchased these. So they say clear. So I have these clear labels, right? No. So if I peel these off, I noticed right away that they're not clear. They're like a frosted, so you can't see my finger. And so it doesn't bother me. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't bother me. What it is that I wish they would have put like clear frosted or something on here. So at least you know they're not like white labels, but they're not clear either. So it's like a little bit of a, it's clear. I probably would have still bought them, because I mean, I think there wasn't any other options at the time. I can't even remember. And I'm not going to go buy new ones. I mean, it's stupid for me to go spend more money on stuff. So, because obviously I can't take these back. So, anyway, so I probably should have checked them a long time ago, but oh well, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go put these labels on, and then I will show you kind of where I'm at within the organ. So I'm gonna show you where I'm at. So we'll start with the pantry, and I'll kind of work my way that way. So you pretty much saw all this yesterday. So I'm just going to show it around. Oh, and it started raining again. This is why we haven't been able to do the backyard. It's just like pouring again. So it's supposed to rain like another few days. So this is like a big project for us. All right. So this is kind of what I did yesterday. I put my sign up there that was in my bedroom, because I know that's where the TV is going to get hung up eventually. I did put my chime up there, but I think I'm going to do a hanging plant. I just got to find the right one. And then I just moved this back over here. It actually was over here, and then I moved it, and I put it back. So I got that tin, and then that basket at Walmart. So those are the two things I picked up, and I'll show you the clock in a minute. And I still have my bucket out. So, and then dog food over there. So sorry about that. That's her space. So anyway, I did that, and behind there is the recycle, which is like completely overflowing. Okay, so that's that. All right, so on top I didn't move too much. I've like, that's pretty much the same. It hasn't changed too much, but there's trash bags in there. I don't get into a lot of that stuff. It's usually just my husband, so it is what it is. All right, so for the next shelf, so what I did is, okay, so a lot of these jars like this with these lids, and especially the blue ones in the back that I got at the dollar store. And these pretty much I picked up at Ross and TJ Maxx, so that's why some of them are correct, some of them are not. Like this one's a little bit different with a different lid. But those, they're very hard. I have a very small hand, so, and with my arthritis and stuff and everything else, those are very difficult for me to open. So I noticed that I needed to change out for my cereals. That was one of the biggest things that I needed to do. So sealed containers is what I needed. And so I got these, washed them out, and these are easier for me to scoop out, and they're lighter and carry them and stuff. So this is much easier for my cereal than containers like this, except for my oatmeal, and it's a little low right now, but because I eat a lot of that oatmeal. I'd love to change it into one of these, but for right now that seems to work. So, and it doesn't have like the screw-on lid, it has more of the latch. So it's not that hard so to maneuver rather than a lid like this. So basically that is my husband's bin in the back. His peanuts and his chips and of course his candies. You can kind of tell it's his. Mine has popcorn and like this kind of sun chips, and for right now I have these in here, which are picnic stuff, because I'm still working on how I'm going to organize picnic stuff, which is down below. And then I have that tea jar, has more like, I call winter tea, and it's like apple cinnamon, chamomile, things like that. So things I don't use on a daily, but I do like to pull every once in a while. That big container is all powdered sugar because my husband, when he gets into a baking mood, that's his. This is our Spanish olive oil. It doesn't really fit in our regular cabinets with the other oil, so we keep it there. And then we have almond flour, and then this is quinoa flour, and I have my sugar, and then more tea. And this is basically just regular black and decaffeinated black tea. And so that's what this is. It's just kind of plain tea, no flavor and stuff. So this is a lot what the grandkids like. So I keep that there. All right. So this is my snacks. So I just kept that in there. So I don't think that's a big deal. Let's keep that there. And then I usually just have the wafer bars, the M&Ms, and then I have these sweet and salty trail mix granola, whatever you call them, bars. And that's pretty much it. I don't have, between that and the popcorn, that usually satisfies me. So my cereals, Dennis doesn't eat, my husband doesn't eat cereal. And so I get mini wheats, and then this one changes out. So sometimes it's corn checks. And then in the back, I have a huge box, a double box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because that's what the grandkids like. In that container way in the back, which is not labeled, but I know what they are the napkins, and which we don't really use napkins because we use like the perforated paper towels. And those are coffee cups with lids and sleeves, and those I use when the grandkids come over for hot cocoa, and that will move once I fix up another space. All right, so, and then this is on dried chilies, and then our plasticware for like picnicky stuff. And that's why once that stuff gets out of there, the whatever you call it, I'll be able to put my other picnicky stuff in the back. This is like, and then my husband uses these actually for work. And then we have the dog's bin. And then down here, it's a little bit like just kind of a overflow right now. It's supposed to be over here. Let me see if I can do this. One hand. My hands are... So those fell. There was only 4 in there. So anyway, like I said, my hands are not that strong. So, and it was also awkward. So we just have soda, water in here. So, and I'm not too worried about this. Like, you have the dog's food, and then this is the shelf liner that I'm going to be finishing up with in the shelves, and our paper towels for now. I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like I want to put them in a basket, but then I'm like, they kind of fit there pretty good. So, and I actually took out the shelf here in order to make this work. So anyway, all right, let's keep going. All right, so below the oven, I have 3 drawers. And so you may have seen in one of my cooking, I don't know which one I did, the enchiladas or something. This was a mess, and it was all organized, but every time my husband gets in it, it's like things move around very easily. But so what I did is I got the baskets, and they fit in there pretty well. So it's pretty obvious. I mean, this isn't alphabetical this way, and so if we ever have to put more in here, they can be stacked on top of each other because these drawers are pretty deep. And this actually helps him to be able to see what we're missing or what we're needing. And then these are all like seasoning, like seasonings, salts, you know, all that stuff. And so that makes it pretty easy. This drawer has always stayed like this. I'm okay with it, actually. It's all the baking stuff. It's in one area. And there's a blender, our strainers, the mixing bowls, the sifter. We have 2 of these funnels, but I used one today to fill the salt, and 2 of those. The only thing is, so our metal measuring cups and teaspoons and metal things are hanging up over there. And then we have our baking cups. And then I like to keep those right there because it's oven's right there, so it makes it very handy. And then this is the last one. Oh my gosh, so this one's super heavy. Now this is the baking drawer, what I call the baking drawer. So this is flaxseed and chia seeds, and so I also use this for my smoothies. So I will have a little bit of this in probably jars or something over near where I'm going to put my smoothie area. And then this is the sprinkles and stuff, like cookies and cakes. And I have different types of sugars. So I have the Truvia sugar, and then we have more powdered sugar, and then regular sugar. And then I have my whole wheat flour, which I'd like to get a container for, but I haven't done it yet. And then this is my bread flour, so this is making it in the bread machine. And then I just have regular all-purpose flour. This seems to work with it just in here like this. I don't know if I really want to do any containers because this seems to work pretty well. And then we have our baking powder, and then we have like cocoa and walnuts. Then we have baking soda in that container, and then I have chips and brown sugar in that one. So that seems to work so far. So that I actually feel really good about. I feel like I've accomplished like one more step into cleaning and organizing. Get that done. Cleaning and organizing the kitchen, and I've got a lot of recycles over there, see? So once I can order or go to IKEA, my list is to get the, what do you call them? The recycle bins that have kind of the lid that opens, the flat ones that can stack. I don't really need, probably don't need 2 of them because we have a recycle bin and everything kind of goes in and gets sorted somewhere else. So I really don't have to sort my recycles. Just that's why it goes in one container. I did have like a cardboard box, and I was stacking it up when we were able to get the trash can. Then I just use the old trash can for now, and my recycle bin is pretty full. We try to really do very well with recycling, so we usually have more recycle than trash, which is a good thing, right? Because we want to minimize that. So, and I don't put it in the garage because my husband's afraid and then we'll attract like bugs or mice or something out there. So we have it inside for right now. But again, I want to get like the sealed recycle bin, so I can't put it in the garage. He's not going to want to hear this. And so anyway, and of course, I can't wait when I can go to IKEA. I know, like goals. That's a goal for me. I have like a list of things that I need. I don't think I can get everything at one time because that would be a big purchase. But I have like, I'll prioritize them based on what I feel really need. But one of the biggest things is the recycle bin. So I'm going to try that. If I don't find one cheaper on Amazon. But I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to have them box up a huge recycle bin when I can just wait and go pick it up. It's not a big deal. It bothers me. That bothers me. Oh my God, it bothers me so much. But I can live with it for now. It's not a big deal. Maybe. No, it's not. All right. So it's like, so it took me like 2 hours. So it's 2 o'clock. After 2 o'clock. I feel so good about that. So I think that's what all I'm going to do today in the kitchen. Like I said, this is not a one-day process. It's not even a weekend process. I'm on like day 3. So, but I'm really excited. I think today I was going to do was going to wash down all the cabinets and the rest of the walls. Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow. The fridge was just kind of knocked me out. I think it's the like getting into the freezer and stuff, it tears my back up. So, all right, so I am just going to do a little bit more. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I pulled out of the closet, so I think I'm just going to get it kind of situated and organized. That's all I'm going to do, just so I can be prepared for tomorrow. I'm going to wash the walls, but I may do a little organizing. I don't know how long it'll take me to wash all the cabinets and the walls. So deep cleaning, people, deep clean.